These are my top 5 Instagram content creation tips to help you get more engagement, get more followers, and get more sales. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Robin, and I help new online nutrition coaches clarify their offer and use Instagram to attract their first couple of clients. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about. My top 5 types of stories that I like to tell in my YouTube videos and on my Instagram account to help me get more leads, get more people into my DMs, and ultimately get more sales. One of the big problems that I see with new online coaches is that they create content without purpose, without direction. One of the most common questions that I get is, what kind of call to action should I use at the end of my content? When I think the call to action is actually something like that you plan first, and the rest of the content is actually designed to support the call to action. And because of that, it means new coaches very often land in this content creation trap, creating content after content after content without getting any results. They are not getting seen, they're not getting any likes or comments, and nobody's reaching out to them in their DMs. So I'm going to share the 5 top story types that I like to share to create the results that I want. And if you want to catch all of them, make sure that you watch the video all the way to the end. So the first type of story that I like to tell, I call them the 4 M's: myths, misinformation, mistakes, and misconceptions. Think about all the mental roadblocks that your ideal clients have that prevent them from reaching their goals. Maybe it's thinking, oh, if I train with weights as a woman, I will get bulky, so I'm just losing very light weights. Or maybe your ideal clients are thinking, I need a weight loss tea to actually get results. Or maybe you're working with gym beginners and they think, oh, if I only take these 5 grams of creatine, then I will get huge and I don't have to think about training right, putting tension through my muscles, or eating the right way. So mistakes, misconceptions are a powerful way for you to stand out. And here is an example from my channel. I shared common and popular Instagram tactics that don't work anymore in 2022. What I'm doing here is I'm sharing and building awareness of some common mistakes that my ideal clients make and help them overcome them, stop doing that. And what does that actually? It helps me position myself as an authority, as someone who knows their stuff. And it also builds for them an awareness of what to do differently. But here's why mistakes, misconceptions, and misinformation are so powerful. Because you can talk about what and why they are a mistake, and then you build an urgency. They're noticing, I'm making these mistakes. I don't like making mistakes. So what should I do next? And that's where the urgency comes, and they will reach out to you in their DMs, in your DMs, or in your comments and asking, hey, I notice I'm doing this mistake, or I'm doing this mistake. What can I do differently? Or how can I do this better? And that's then your opportunity to dive deeper, to understand the situation better, and ultimately offer them the opportunity to jump on a discovery call where you can offer your coaching. So the second type of story that I like to share in my YouTube videos and on my Instagram channel to create more leads and get more people into my DMs is the common how-to content. It's where I share information, tips, and just explain how to do certain things. For example, here's an example of how to create a content calendar. And I explain the different steps that they need to take to create their own content calendar. Again, I talk about what to do and why to do it. What I'm not talking about is how to do it. And that's important because the what and why is your free content. That's what you're sharing. And then the how content, the actual step-by-step process, that's reserved for your coaching. I'm talking about this because I get this question all the time. Can I share too much? Think about this. These are tips. You're not actually sharing the whole process or your whole coaching. So instead of worrying if you're sharing too much, focus on being of service and providing great, interesting tips. Because what people will do is they will start to reach out because they see you as an authority, because you're constantly sharing helpful tips, but they run into a wall all the time because, oh, I need to learn this and I need to learn this. In this example, again, I share how to create a content calendar, but I'm not sharing how to create actually the content ideas. So even though they have created their content calendar, they're still sitting there thinking, how do I get the content ideas? And what kind of content ideas actually convert followers and profile visitors into clients? The third type of story that I like to tell are personal stories. That can be personal stories from myself, from clients, from my business, or in general experiences that I've made. And here's an example. On the day this video goes live, I've been away from PN for a full year. And that was for me a major step back then. So on this occasion, I'm going to share the lessons that I've learned in the last year, especially how it's not about having a huge audience to grow your business. And instead, it's about building these key connections with people and being authentic, because this also makes me more relatable. My story can inspire my followers because they understand, oh, I may have 100 or 200 or 500 followers, but I still can develop and create an amazing business and have a huge impact on the people around me when I just learn how to use my audience better and create better content that actually draws them into my world. Personal stories don't always have to be long captions or big events. Here's another example. I personally love memes, so I constantly create memes around things that bother me, that annoy me, or are just plain funny in the online content creation realm. This is another way of how I can share some personality and people can relate better to me. So I'm not this huge, scary Instagram account that they're reaching out to, but instead they are Robin and we are laughing together about this meme. The fourth type of story that I like to share are transformations. And in the online health and fitness realm, these doesn't have to be always before and after pictures. You can also talk about all the other ways how you and your ideal clients had amazing transformations. Think about your journey, because most of us have their own journey through health and fitness. Think about where you started. What were the problems that you faced? What were the roadblocks that kept you stuck? And then continue to share what have been some of the key lessons that you learned or somebody else helped you overcome. And now talk about where you are right now, the amazing place. These are transformation stories that you can share about yourself, because then your followers are inspired by you. They can see themselves in your story and how they overcome these roadblocks. Testimonials from clients use these testimonials to create powerful stories. And I promise you, once you start sharing these stories of real people overcoming real issues, reaching real results, your DMs will be flooded with people wanting to learn more. And for the fifth and final type of story, I want you to imagine that you start creating content consistently. You're creating content with purpose and direction. You know exactly what you want to do and what you want to get out of this specific post that you're sharing today, because you understand how certain stories create results and emotions and urgency in your ideal clients. You know how to write and how to create the story so they end up at the end thirsty for more, wanting to get to know more. This type of story is called future pacing. This is where you talk about what is going to happen when people are doing their work. And the amazing part about this type of story is people are engaged. They're at the edge of their seat. They want to learn more. They want to get this. And you don't even have to talk about your program. It's just creating this amazing story about what could be, and then inviting them, hey, if you want to reach this, make sure that you comment amazing post. I hope this video gave you lots of ideas of how you can use different types of stories to make your followers thirsty for more. So you see more engagement, more followers, and more DMs, people wanting to learn more about your coaching business. If you did, please consider liking this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Every Monday I share a new video on how to clarify your offer and how to use content on Instagram to attract the right people to your business. If you want to reach out personally, the link to my Instagram account is in the description below. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. And until next Monday, check out these videos on how to create amazing content for your coaching business.